Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Today, our group will discuss the topic all about actual polygraph testing. First presenter, I am Christian Batara Balisi. Before I will discuss what is actual polygraph testing, first we unlock what is polygraphy and polygraph. No, when we say polygraphy, that is a scientific method of detecting deception with the use of a polygraph instrument. This is the new name of lie detection na tinatawag natin. And the other definition of polygraph, that is etymologically, the term polygraph means many writings. The name refers to the manner in which selected physiological activities are simultaneously collected and recorded. No? And polygraph measures and records several physiological indicators as blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and skin conductivity, while the subject is asked and answered a serious question. No? At dadako naman tayo sa polygraph testing. No? Nakalagay dito, the subject must be informed of the limitation of the polygraph machine. That is only an instrument to be used initial to obtain information based from the recorded physiological and psychological responses of the subject. It's therefore important that the subject be acquainted of what the instrument can do whenever it is used in a criminal investigation. Means, dapat ma-inform mo ang limitation ng polygraph machine sa subject, no? Para alam niya din ang kanyang mga hangganan ng polygraph machine, no? At masabi mo din sa kanya ang kanyang mga karapatan. We cannot violate the constitutional rights natin, no? Because the subject, dahil ang constitutional rights, yan po yung pinakamataas na law of the land. Dapat masabi mo sa kanya ang kanyang mga karapatan. No? Pangalawa, no one can be forced to undergo polygraph examination. It must be a voluntary, no? And we need to secure the consent na pumayag yung subject na mag-undergo ng polygraph examination. At may form na ipapasign mo sa kanya para makuha ang kanyang what about, no? At dapat ma-check din ng polygraph examiner kung sustainable subject ba siya or meron ba siyang dahilan kung bakit siya qualified or disqualified as a subject. At ano din ang dahilan kung bakit siya naging subject ng examination. Sa kanya, whether siya yung victim, witness, or suspect, no? At dadako naman tayo sa what to prepare, no? Yung nakalagay dyan, una is the subject, no? Dapat yung ang subject ay hindi din pagod at may tulog siya ng wasto. At maayos ang kanyang kalusugan. Dapat dapat ma-schedule yung subject sa maayos ang kanyang karamdaman. Dapat wala siyang sakit. Pangalawa, nakalagay dyan is polygraph room. Dapat may room lapa o kwarto ang polygraph room, no? Para hindi yung subject ay hindi maguluhan, para hindi siya kabahan, no? Pangatlo, polygraph instrument. Dapat dapat ready na din yung instrumento na gagamitin at hindi ito sira para maging maayos ang pagpo-polygraph, no? And that's all, and I thank you.
Information sheet of the subject. Sinabing information sheet, ito po yun, includes dito yung name, address, tapos yung since when, kung kailan ka polygraph, tapos telephone number, Then, birth date, workplace, kung saan ka pinanganak, age, religion, citizenship, and tapos name of the employer. So, dito yung position niya. Then, highest education attainment, any present or medical health problem. Tapos, yung if yes, explain. Then, last medical check-up, kung kailan ka nagpa-check-up, kung kailan last. Then, physical disability or limitation. Tapos, outstanding financial obligation. Then, taken the polygraph test before, kung nag-polygraph ka na ba dati. Tapos, if yes, ano na lang po, kung saan, or kung bakit. Then, ever been investigated, kung na-investigated ka na ba dati. Tapos, last time you drank alcohol, kung kailan ka uminom. Tapos, last time you took any medication. Tapos, last time you took prohibited drugs.
Preparation of lie detector test report. In polygraph examination, the report is very vital since it will reflect the status of the subject before, during, and after the actual lie detector test. Whatever result may be obtained in the examination, report must be done to show that there was really an examination conducted. So, sinasabi dito na ang lie detector test report ay napakahalaga dahil ito ay naglalarawan ng isang tao bago at pagkatapos mailalim sa isang examination. So, anuman ang magiging resulta or kinalabasan ay dapat may nagawang report para masabi o maipakitang may naganap kang examination. The examiner cannot immediately conclude the result unless an examination is conducted following the standards of polygraph examination. The findings may come into different perspectives. It can be truthful, deceptive, or inclusive, and this has to be violated. Di basta-basta makonclude ng isang examiner ang result unless hindi siya nag-conduct by following the standards of polygraph examination. So, ito yung nilalaman or example ng isang polygraph test report. Una is yung date kung kailan na-examine yung subject. Pangalawa, kung sino yung subject. Tapos, yung date of birth, reference or investigation case, office or company kung saan siya nagtatrabaho, at kung anong position niya sa kumpanyang yun. Doon naman sa case summary, ilagay, for example, sa shooting incident, ilagay lang yung pinaka-detail ng pangyayari kung guilty ba yung subject or may involvement siya sa naganap na shooting incident. Purpose. The purpose of examination is to determine whether or not the subject has any knowledge of, participation in, connivance with anybody regarding the case under investigation. So, dito naman sa purpose ng polygraph examination ay para matukoy kung ano kung yung subject ay may kinalaman o involvement sa investigasyon ng kaso.
Procedure. After explaining the case, the purpose, the instrument, capability, and the procedure, he voluntarily submitted to the polygraph examination as attested by the enclosed consent to polygraph examination. Blood volume and pulse. The examiner observed the standard set by the Philippine Polygraph Examination Policy and American Society for Testing Material or ASTM. So dito daw, after explaining the case or the purpose, instrument, capability, and the procedure, dapat i-explain niya dito sa taong na-examine. Para he voluntarily submitted to the polygraph examination as attested by enclosed consent to polygraph examination. These standards includes the following. Examiner must be a college graduate, has a good moral character, training in polygraphy, and scientific interrogation. So dito dapat yung examiner must be a college graduate, meron siyang good moral character and training on polygraphy and scientific interrogation. Second, the instrument must record at least 3 systems of the human body. Respiratory tracing or yung pattern of breathing ng isang tao. Next, electrodermal tracing and cardiovascular or yung sweating or pagpapawis ng isang tao. And last is blood pressure or blood volume and pulse beat tracing. Dito naman is makikita natin yung blood pressure or blood volume and pulse beat ng isang subject. Third, the examination must be asked with exclusive control questions done with acquaintance, stimulation, test, and at least 2 comparison questions technique or yung control and relevant questions na itatanong natin sa isang subject. And last, or letter D, is the result will be released based on your numerical scoring. So yung results na will be released base sa isang numerical scoring ng isang subject. Thank you.
So, ito yung binigay na topic sa akin. Take note that during the examination, the following relevant questions were asked to Mr. Pedro Cotong and his answer were no. So, ito yung mga tinanong kay Mr. Pedro Cotong na ang kanyang sagot ay no. Question number 1, do you have knowledge on the shooting incident? Number 2, are you the one who shot the victim? And number 3, were you compensated in the alleged shooting incident? Findings. If the subject is not deceptive, Mr. Pedro Cotong polygraph test chart recording showed no strong and consistent reactions to the aforementioned relevant questions indicating truthful response. Ang not deceptive is not trying to make them believe something that is not true. So, si Mr. Pedro Cotong is hindi nagpakita ng malakas at pare-parehong reaksyon kaugnay sa tanong na nagpapahiwatig sa makatotohanan. If the subject is deceptive, Mr. Pedro Cotong's polygraph test chart recording showed strong and consistent reactions to the aforementioned relevant questions indicating deceptive response. Ang deceptive naman is lead you to believe something other than the truth. So si Mr. Pedro Cotong, ito ay nagpakita o nagpahiwatig na ang mga nabanggit kaugnay sa mga tanong ay may pagnilinlang. If the subject is response is not determined, Mr. Pedro Cotong polygraph test chart is recording show reaction to the aforementioned relevant question indicating inclusive response. So si Mr. Pedro Cotong is nagpapakita na hindi pare-pareho ang reaksyon kaugnay sa nabanggit na tanong na nagpapahiwatig na walang tiyak na paniniwala. For inclusive response only, it is being recommended Mr. Pedro Cotong to be sent back to this office to retake the polygraph test. Si Mr. Pedro Cotong ay inirekomenda na bumalik sa opisina upang mag-retake ng kanyang polygraph test. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Carl Ivan Ambaro and my topic is all about post-interrogation. Post-interrogation refers to the phase that occurs after an interrogation has taken place. It involves various activities and processes that occur once the interrogation itself is finished. During this phase, the information obtained during the interrogation is carefully reviewed, evaluated, and analyzed. It may involve debriefing the person who was interrogated, documenting the details of the interrogation, and preparing a report summarizing the findings. The post-interrogation phase is crucial for further investigation and decision-making, and there are 5 steps of post-interrogation. The first is documentation. The integrator will document all the details of the interrogation, including the questions asked, the answer given, and any other relevant information. Next is evaluation. The information obtained during the interrogation is carefully evaluated to determine its accuracy and reliability. Third is debriefing. The person who was interrogated may be deprived to provide them with feedback on their performance and to gather any additional information that may be relevant to the investigation. Fourth is analysis. The information gathered during the interrogation is analyzed in the context of the overall investigation to determine its significance and potential impact. And the last is reporting. A report is usually prepared summarizing the findings of the interrogation, including any new information or leads that were obtained. That's all. Thank you.